Your coach from the elite team last year must have been pretty pleased with the results for you guys.
I think coming off of Australia in 2023, definitely. I remember one of my teammates saying we went to the losers party for the first time and we're never doing that again. So
what happened in Australia?
There's a losers after party before final function for everyone who doesn't play in playoffs and etc., who has nothing to do for the last couple days of the tournaments. I think that was a first for South Africa, as far as I'm aware. So
Is what happens at the losers after party? You'll just sit around sad?
Everyone's just sad and drinks. But we're at an under 19 comp here, so let's not talk about alcohol.
Some of these are 18.
Some of them, yes.
All right, got a bit of a mix of ages. There's no one on this team from GB born in 2009. They're all 2008 or 2010, which is kind of funny.
We've got a couple 2008, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But also a very green team. We've only got one player in this team who's been to a Worlds before. She's the captain, U19 Stein. And also my sister's married to her brother, so she's kind of family. So cute. Shout out U19.
Is your sister playing, is she in the under 24?
She's in the under 24 side, that's correct.
On the GB team, Sarah Pascoe plays at my team. I'm very proud of her. She's amazing. But a lot of these girls went to the last Worlds in Malaysia, actually. Lily, in particular, I know was definitely there. I mean, more of them.
I heard her name a lot when we were in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So
Lily is a bit of an absolute prodigy. Got a pretty early call here.
Almost seems like it might have been a breaking, but not even.
Could have
Foul
been.
so early in the game. It's not every day that you see that.
Hopefully it will pop up on the screen shortly what it was. Although we seem to have lost the graphics, so you never know. Okay, the puck has been taken over to the wall there. Looks like GB are in control, sort of making steady progress up the pool towards the South African goal. We have a referee playing advantage here. Actually, the third referee was not in the water at the time. They just jumped in. Oh no, it was an assessor. All the referees are perfect. I said nothing.
So it's not only the players being put under pressure here at Worlds, but the referees have quite a bit of pressure as well. What with assessors being in the water and watching us, making sure we do our jobs well.
And for those of you nitpicking at home, the refs have been asked to play more advantage. I can see advantage being played right now, presumably in GB's favour. And we've got a call here. Again, advantage, stick infringement for GB. So in general, we are all trying to let the game flow really nicely, let everyone play some good hockey, basically. So I think that was really well done there. Oh, we should read out the refs. Although maybe after GB have a free puck on South Africa's
let's
tin.
maybe wait for like a break in the game. I think
it looks like that was a goal there. I would love it if we could have the underwater replay. Yeah, that was a goal been awarded by number 4, B. Brooks.
Seemed like South Africa was just not quite fast enough to get numbers on the bottom there. It's really hard when the puck is so close to the goal, not a lot of space to move around and get down. You really need your forwards to sort of jump as soon as that buzzer goes to make space for your wings, your halfbacks to be able to defend that goal.
Absolutely, but well capitalised on by JB. They had lots of players down there for the momentum. This play has begun here. Looks like South Africa probably won the strike, but pretty equal.
South Africa still has possession, but they're swinging it off to the side. Nice flick to a forward there. Can they maintain this momentum and possession?
Looks like GB have taken it back. A ref beautifully positioned there, just blocking our way.
As long as they can see what they need to see, we won't complain.
GB making progress again up into South Africa's corner.
Same corner that they just scored from off of that advantage puck.
Indeed.
Dangerous place for South Africa to be, but it's been well defended back into the corner. South Africa will want to regroup to drive out of that corner. and get away from their defensive third. So just holding that puck in the corner, giving the teammates time to rest, time to come together. But GB has got really good numbers on the bottom, really applying pressure there and not giving South Africa any space.
I was going to say well cleared by that South African, and it was indeed a call against GB here for barging.
Number 2 from GB, that would be Zoe Mealy.
I can see number 13, Jessica Herdman, sat out for this game. Presumably there is someone else, but they, unlike the Turks, are respecting the rule to not have too many people on the side of the pool.
I think from South Africa's side it looks like number 2, Zoe Schabort, that's been sat out.
Well chased down on that free puck by the GB forward there. The South African seemed to sort of not really decide what to do. That was looked a bit of a terrible tackle. Yeah, from GB there. It was unfortunate that South African did like a pretty good move that was unexpected, that sort of lent itself well to being fouled against. So GB with another free puck against them here.
South Africa will be happy to gain just that little bit of breathing room and space, distance away from their goal.
The player taking the puck is really slow with it. They seem like not that keen. Oh, got a big swing going here. Hopefully they need a slightly faster on the supporter.
And the South African almost makes it through, but the GB player does a really good job of retaining that puck. Lots and lots of bodies.
Stuff there, lots of bodies down. You can see people popping, but it's looking headed in the direction of the corner. We've got a call here. Referee timeout. Let's have a penalty. Let's have a penalty.
Oh, this looks serious.
Penalty. They can't hear me, but that would be good.
The foul was most likely on the corner of their goal there. You could see it was 2 players pushing and a lot of players surrounding them. So somewhere in that melee, something went wrong.
Yeah, a lot of things could have happened in that melee. Probably at least 70% of the people near that were committing some kind of foul. I still think it'd be interesting for us to discuss. Oh, he did the sign for penalty, you guys. I can see.
Oh, a dangerous play.
Oh.
I'm actually curious who we've got in the water here now.
So
it's Melissa from Argentina on chief ref. We have Arseb from Turkey in the water, Sihan from Turkey in the water, and Ben from Australia. Penalty.
We're having a penalty. Whoa.
So I suspect this will be the South African number 9. As mentioned, U19, indirect family of mine, will be defending this penalty.
Oh yeah, I saw her play earlier because they've got their names on their backs. It's like nice and easy to see. He did touch the puck a lot.
Let's see who stays in.
I'm trying to see from GB who is taking that, but I cannot see their hat numbers from here.
We've got number 11 tossed out for that dangerous flick. I believe that's Caitlin Steinbach.
We've got 12, Captain Lily taking the penalty with some support.
Oh, it's Yanel, the number 6.
From number 4, B. Brooks, who pops it right in. Well done, B. Very well done. Maybe Lily immediately. I'm not sure.
Yanel's actual number is 5. I was referring to the position she typically plays, which is right at the back. We call it a 6 in South Africa. I don't know. Oh. You guys call it fullback?
Yeah. You guys have weird names.
We also use
fullback.
We also use fullback. The center player we would call either a pivot or a 3.
A 3?
A 3, yeah.
This is insanity. Anyway, well done, B, scoring that goal. We have Karina out. Is that Karina? I thought the Karina was like the number 10.
Yeah, no, that's number 11. That's Caitlin Steinbach. So she's playing at the back. Really, she's had a lot of exposure to playing with more senior players. So
GB again,
just a very mature
right at the tin
player.
with another big break there. Lovely pickup from that South African forward, and another pickup from the GB forward. It's going quickly back and forward here.
Lots of action from the forwards.
Forwards are the best. Where do you normally play?
Anything that's not 6.
Anything that's not 6. What is that? Come on, man. Recently, I've been playing sub at most of the times. I've got loads of badges for it. We've got a cool custom apps. Shout out Sam. we've got a warning for GB player number 7 or 8
I
there.
think it was number 8, which would be Emily Carter.
I didn't quite see what it was for. I should have been talking about that instead of my badge collection. But I am winning on the badge collection. So, you know.
Fighting up the wall here, we've got a really good camera angle.
Lovely push off. Lovely
Beautiful
kicks from the
turn.
wall. Well,
Cut to the inside. GB is applying the pressure here, but it looks like it's been defended successfully-ish. They're not quite in the corner where it's safe yet.
That was really well picked up by the
most likely
South
be a
African
stick
back,
foul.
and then
It's a gloving.
gorgeously
illegal
tackled by
advancement.
the GB player. I wish I'd caught who that was. I think it was Lily, but I don't know.
I almost want to say it's the visibility, but I think it's actually just the monitor that we have in front of
Yeah.
us that's kind of fuzzy. It looks like the pool visibility has gone down, but it's
The water quality here is fantastic.
really is.
So GB free puck in front of the tin. A bit of a weird pop out there. Shoved back in.
I can see
Loose
Chloe,
again.
number 1, fighting hard from the front there. I actually misspoke earlier. We have two players who've been to a Worlds before. Chloe was also in Malaysia, so she and U19 are the 2 experienced players on the team.
So we have a free puck for GB again now. The not Karina is back in the water. Caitlin, yeah. I don't remember. It wasn't who they said it was.
Yeah.
Another free puck on the tin. Nice little dummy. Oh, that looked like it went straight into a boob, which is unfortunate. Sophie Barnett turning that back round and putting it back in. And we've got another call here.
It was a really good, just getting involved there from the forward,
Encroachment.
but
Team warning for encroachment from South Africa.
well, that means that if there are any more instances of false starts, a South African player will be thrown out. So South Africa will need to be careful going forward.
Did you watch the last game? Turkey, Great Britain?
I did not.
There was about 1 million send-outs for GB for corner rules, which they did not learn from.
That's interesting. That's not every day you see a lot of.
No, but
corner rule
they kept
send-outs.
putting it in there. That looks like a goal from GB
No
there.
goal. It's gone
No
behind
goal.
the goal volume.
Has it? That's
Yeah.
always fun.
So I think one of the jobs of the referees is making sure that goal is up against the wall. But sometimes we are so crunched for time, or the goal just moves as the players.
if a player kicks it and it
around
moves
there.
it around, then there's not much you can do, you know. But I think that's the first instance we've seen of that this whole tournament
Yeah, I don't
so
think
far.
the goals are quite steadfast against
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wall, against the floor. Not really any gaps for the puck to go where it's not wanted.
They look pretty new, to be honest. GB with a strong drive at the centre of the tin here now, but the heads are sort of turned to face away. It looks like South Africa cleared it to the corner and making continuous progress. A lot of heads on the surface now chasing. Looks like a South Africa player is having a solid break. Oh, perhaps they've been caught and turned back round.
Collision on the surface
Yeah,
there by the various
lots of
players
people
coming up
changing
for
their
air.
minds. We've got advantage here being played. Unclear who for because we're on the surface.
It would most
Lot of
likely
people on the
be for
surface
South
here.
Africa with a break like that. Most likely someone
It
from
already
GB
turned
who's
around there,
fouled,
though.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It had turned around. Stick infringement against the South African player. Lots of substitutions on the GB side. Hopefully they can get back soon enough. Everyone
Got
seems
a-
a little bit confused. They're just standing in the sub box looking at each other. But here they go. They've woken up.
A timeout here for GB, which I imagine is
Oh,
why
there
they
we
were all
go.
confused.
That's why everyone was
Yeah.
confused, myself included.
It's
I
tough
missed that.
to see. Tough to see. Can we get the in-pool audio? Hear what Aaron's saying?
Just a fair warning. I have been asked by some of the South African spectators to gooi a little Afrikaans, but
Okay.
I'll just do just a little bit.
Yeah, do it. Go for it.
But we'll stick to the English for the most part. I think 70% of the people watching, not just the Brits, but the South Africans, are also English.
What did you say? You're going to hoy?
Gooi, it's a throw.
Throw.
I'm going to throw some Afrikaans.
Nice. Hoy.
Good
Hoy?
job with the guttural.
Am I getting hoy?
Yeah, you've got it. I mean,
Hoy?
you should come visit. We'll teach you some other nice words.
This is my first. Oh, do you know, I so wanted to come to Interclubs this year, but between this and Max Campbell's wedding, I simply ran out of holiday time. But next year,
Sounds like a plan. Love to have you.
got any space on your team?
I can make a plan, hey? We're back in action here. The under-19s are at it again. GB has got a very powerful drive again.
Little underbody shove to pop that in the goal. Number 9, Darcy, is tucked in there.
Oh.
And a goal. It was actually scored by either number 10 or 11.
I think that was number 10, Grace Crode.
Somebody. I have no idea. Could be. Somebody was holding up 11, which would have been Sarah, and I wanted to be her.
I saw 2 10s.
Oh, they've given it to Sarah. There were 2 10s and 1 11.
Interesting.
But the 11 looked more confident about it. So.
Yeah. Maybe the 11 was the first to raise their arm to call a goal, so the chief ref was like, I will go with your decision. It's sometimes quite hard to see the double numbers.
Yeah.
You might just see the 1. If it's like a 12, you'll either see a 1 or a 2, so it's hard to be sure sometimes.
100%.
GB wins
I find it difficult to see the
sprint
numbers
by a mile. Some really fast legs on GB. In general, I've always found GB to be quite fast.
Beautiful. The under-19 girls, I think they play together so lovely. I've actually had the pleasure of playing with some of them. They came and provided opposition at an elite training camp. Another goal for GB here. Lovely, nicely done.
I feel like I'm going to get a bit biased now and be like, this is way too fast, girls. You need to slow this down. We cannot be allowing them to score this quickly. It is unacceptable.
That seems reasonable. That's a reasonable comment. We're taking a team time out for South Africa. But as I was saying, they provided opposition at an elite training camp, so I played with them, and it's just like a really lovely group. They've been playing together for quite some time, a bunch of them down at Plymouth. Super strong and so determined, and they really take training seriously. Like, this is a group of girls that are committed to being athletes. It's really inspiring.
Yeah, I've seen one of them keeps popping up on my Instagram feed.
It's probably Lily.
Yeah, I think it was Lily.
She's doing like the cha-cha slide pull-up edition. It's crazy. I'm chilling over here with my 1 pull-up that I'm so proud of. And she's just
the average woman can't do 1 pull-up.
Yeah.
So
it took me a long time.
You're better than like 50% of the female population.
It was my COVID project. Was to do a pull-up. I've kind of given up on it now.
Okay, there we go. The buzzer has gone. The team is off. Somebody is swimming frantically back to the sub-box on the South African side. I wonder if the chief referee noticed. I mean, it didn't impact the game, but South Africa is likely to get a warning for that. So the chief ref was looking that way, so I'm sure she noticed.
I wonder if they managed to get out before the puck was even touched, though. It would have been tight. I think it would be quite harsh to penalise.
Yeah, it didn't impact the game at all. But we are playing at a international worlds level, so
this is true.
And even though this is a junior competition, we do need to hold the players to a certain standard.
She's not calling advantage or anything, so it
might be that
she might be intending to give a
lenient.
warning, but is definitely not giving a penalty for it. Another 2 minutes to go. GB with another sort of swim at the tin here. That looks pretty safe. Not quite fast enough in South African.
Chasing hard as she can, but just not quite getting there.
Well done from the GB. Number 2, not Isla, Zoe Mealy there. Well done.
The GB players really like their dolphin kick, hey?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the girls do a flutter kick.
It's not as fast. Why would you not be...
It's not as fast, but I think it's easier to maneuver on a flutter kick. Like if you need to do a turn or a quick adjustment.
I do agree with that, but if you've already set off and you're aiming at the tin, you can switch in. We can shout out Dan Parslow, who I feel like I should be able to see in the crowd because he is here in Turkey, and presumably he's just lying in his 5-star bed in Turkey watching this game. But he switches between dolphin and flutter approximately every other kick. It's funny to watch.
I find it really hard to transition from a flutter kick to a dolphin. Like if I've started with one, I kind of need to stick with it.
GB with another nice swim there.
Oh, beautiful steal from the GB player there. The South African player didn't even know what happened. She was looking around like, what?
Oh, and that's in the tin again. No goal.
Oh, that would have been a glove most likely.
stick infringement
stick.
against
So
GB.
that would have happened probably a little bit before the goal.
Possibly that lovely steal.
I don't know, that looked pretty clean to me. I mean, you guys might be the enemy, but credit where credit is due. Beautiful steal from whoever that was.
I was blinking at the time, unfortunately. I missed it. So we have another free puck here. Looks like it's not moved around
under 30 seconds left. So hopefully the South Africans can manage to keep GB out of the goal box.
They seem a little bit disheartened there. That could have a good flick from that defender would have taken that to the wall, but he just seemed to let the tackle happen.
GB bringing it around to the other side of the pool.
Looks like some fresh players subbing in there, some forwards, and that's half time. Saved by the buzzer, indeed. Oh, they've rewarded a goal, but I think it was after time. Oh no, and the other goal's saying gloving anyway.
I wonder if table has noticed that it's half time. They haven't called time yet. So the timing system here is a little bit hard because it doesn't automatically stop and warn you that time has run out.
I think they're just having a she knows it's time.
There we go. Okay.
They were just chatting to decide whether it was a goal or not.
Was a penalty goal perhaps or not?
But well, because one of the refs was calling gloving against GB.
Yeah, well, that wouldn't have impacted anything. I think it was more just maybe they thought it should have been a penalty. I don't know. Even if it was against GB, then it wouldn't have been.
I think maybe the others just disagreed but didn't realise it was time. I think they called time before any of them started waving anyway, or it should have been.
Whilst we've got a bit of a break in play, I think I'm going to have to excuse myself because there's no one commentating next to us.
Oh my God.
And we actually have two South African teams playing at the same time.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to go back to being unbiased.
Okay, I will.
And try and do a good even job of commentating here.
Okay.
I'll only accept
British people. We love an underdog, and we're currently up 5-0.
Bias.
So
okay, that's great.
So I should be able to pull some out.
So now you're a Safa. You for the next until we get at least one goal.
Sure. I feel like that was actually some very patronising British humour there about us being 5-0 up, but. It's the truth.
I mean, I love an underdog too. So.
Yes. Oh,
all right.
You do untie yourself from this bench.
Yes. I'll see you in a bit.
My roommate is tying me up right now. Okay. Oh, the South African captain there is looking quite sad. I hope they pick themselves up. If one team can score 5 goals in a half, then another team can score 5 goals in a half. So. It's not all over, although I am pretty pleased with the current situation. For the South African viewers, Disney has switched over to the other court where the under-24 men are playing Argentina. They are currently winning over there 3-0. So it's South Africa 3, Argentina 0 for the under-24 men on court 2. If somebody could tell Disney if they can hear her, she looks like she could do with some reassurance. Over on court 1 again, we are restarting play very shortly. So it's the under-19 women, Great Britain versus South Africa. GB currently winning 5-0. I now have to support the underdogs because Disney has left us. And I'll do my best. Can't promise anything. So the game has started and looked like a win for the South African on that strike, which is nice. Bit of back and forth here. Both teams look like they're trying to go through the centre and sort of only finding empty space, and then the opposition. But picked up now. That was very messy. Not sure whose fault that was, either GB or South Africa, but definitely a bit of argy-bargy there. GB making solid progress towards the goal. We had a call before then for free arming against GB, so that's no goal, and South African will have a free puck. Okay, so nice and far over to the left side of the court here, so the Sappers, should they wish, can hop right over to their subs bench, and that looks like that's what they are chosen to do. So well controlled here by the South Africans, enough of them down to absorb pressure. Lovely little hop through and a big swim from the number 3 there. I can get the list up again from Taylor. I'm not going to try and pronounce her last name, but it is very similar to the last name of a lady that I used to play with in Coventry, Sinead. Let me know if they're related. Lots of back and forth in the centre here. Both teams just down like in good numbers, just allowing any free pucks to sort of immediately be picked up by the opposition team. QB clearing this one out to the wall. That's a very firm reset there. That is a girl who was headed to a sub spin immediately afterwards. Tried to go to the centre there. Bit of a kerfuffle, but ultimately shoved back in by the number 4. Number 2, Zoe Mealy, with a nice big swim here. Not sure what that flick was going to achieve, but it was flicked all the same. Yeah, and she's being sent out a stick foul for 1 minute. So that's Zoe Mealy 1 minute out for stick infringement. They've called it foul as gloving, but I promise you, stick infringement. So GB down to 5 with a free puck against them, quite near their sub spin. Not too much danger quite yet, but it looks like a big switch coming from the South Africans, but just a little bit too slow. The GB players were able to kind of spot it and get going and track it down. Another call here, this time against the South Africans for stick infringement. 30 seconds left for Zoe, but she's looking very embarrassed. It looks like possibly her parents in the crowd cheering, "We love you, Zoe," and she looks like she might simply explode with teenage cringe. That layoff looked like that she tried. Her support player wanted to take it and couldn't. South Africans down in lots of numbers still. Excellent drive here. Look at that, really making good momentum in that space, but the support just a little bit slow in that instance, kind of losing momentum. They could have taken another 45 and really used the space on the right side of the pool there. Again, South Africa still making good drive towards the goal. Lots of people on the surface. Looks like there might be a bit of a breakaway here. Get an aim. Oh, there's enough GB players down to keep it under control. And they have taken it to the wall and got it safe. And there is a referee making a call here. Let's see, and that is for GB as well. So that is a stick infringement. I think he said number 4 there against Ashley Huizen, but that was 100% accurate. So GB with another free puck again underneath their tin. South Africans are doing very well in this half. It's 5 minutes in and no goals scored so far, so definitely kind of up the ante on that one. GB, we're making progress up the wall now, but their heads have turned around and there is lots of people heading back towards their goal. Looks like it's now been pinned back under their sub-spin. Look, you can see the wall of GB ladies down there pinning, trying to wriggle their way further down the wall. Looks like lots of them there going up for the buzzer. Not their buzzer. They carry on. A drive for GB, but obviously stopped by South Africa, and we're back quite far into the GB corner. A drive for South Africa there. A lovely tackle. I think that's Isla. Really nicely done. Number 3. Yeah, that was Isla. Very, very smooth. Really important to have not conceded a foul there. Could have been a penalty, even a penalty goal, but she tackled that with great aplomb. You can see a referee playing advantage here. GB player, South African player demasked and trying to make it to their sub-spin, but we have a call. Advantage for South Africa, stick infringement, so they will get a free puck on GB's tin. And a chance for number 3, Taylor, to pop her mask back on. Not sure who ripped it off her, but that was a shame. Probably, I don't know who it was, but probably not intentional, but still rather rude. So GB pushing out quickly there to take the free puck, have got possession of the puck, making a strong swim. Doesn't look like they've made it all the way. Has been stopped by a South African. Looks like they're going ahead, and we have a call here. So I think that'll be no goal. Oh no, it's a stick infringement against the GB number 2. So South Africans will have a free puck sort of on their tin. Oh, she's had a send out. It's not just that she is number 2, she has been sent out for 2 minutes. So GB down to 5. It's Zoe out again, once again, drawing jeers, I would say, from the crowd, and looking rather embarrassed. So it looks like GB still fairly in control of this match. Play again, sort of moving up towards the South African tin. That's very messy, but driving in, bit bargy. A lot of aggression from Lily there. She wants that. It's cleared by South Africa and taken to their corner and on the wall. Hopefully a chance for some subs. The number 3 Taylor hasn't quite got a mask on yet, so hopefully her sub is not gasping yet. We've got a referee playing advantage here, and it's over. QB again headed for the goal. That looks pretty dangerous, but it has been cleared. A bit of a loose puck there, but South Africa swinging it away, and that's another call. So it's barging against South Africa, so GB will have a free puck on the South African tin here. Might be a chance for a goal, the first one of the second half. It's been maths, 9 minutes now. It's been a long day, okay. It's been 9 minutes now, so we are 60% through this game, this second half, and haven't yet had a goal in the second half. So yeah, South Africa really kind of upped their game there. Very impressive. We have a time up for South Africa now. Let them have a quick breath before they have to defend this free puck. All of these girls have played already today. I do not remember who or when. Have they played already today? I'm going to check that, but they probably have. And we're getting into kind of the end of the day as well, so probably feeling a bit tired in the legs. So really impressive to see them come out in the second half, kicking and fighting even more. So let me find the schedule, see if they actually have been played more. Have played already. We're about to restart after this timeout. Good pressure from GB there. Looks like that was a goal, and that's been awarded. Lovely. Looks like number 4 B Brooks again. I think it's either second or third now. Very good from B, popping those in. Yes, the under-19 GB women, for example, they played first game of the day. I did actually know that, and that was a pretty tough game. So really good to see them come back out, kicking and screaming for the second game of the day and pretty much dominating it. I think they've been really nicely disciplined, really in control. I mean, that was an egregious stick foul, but other than that, it's been pretty nice. And the under-19 South African girls, I'm sure, also played earlier. Yes, they did. They played against Turkey. I was reffing that one, apparently. I do not remember what the score was. But all the games I've seen today have been pretty high effort, pretty impressive. So yeah, good work rate and fitness from all of these girls to still be feeling good. Obviously, we're only on day 2 of the tournament, but they've had practice days to do as well. Obviously, the tiredness of travelling. I know the South Africans had a pretty long journey to get here, so maybe some tired legs. Just under 5 minutes left to go in this game. We're in the second half. The score is 6-0 GB to South Africa. We're now pushed up right into the GB third. It'd be cool for South Africa to get a goal in this game. They have had some solid opportunities at times. The GB defence has been pretty good, but I think, you know, a goal wouldn't be outrageous for the South African team. I think they've put in a lot of work. They have shown themselves to be fairly solid competition. So a free puck for South Africa now in front of the GB 10. So maybe this is their moment. Not going to see it on the screen, but they have just started. Oh, there we go, popped under. See, I just think that's the wrong choice for a free puck. Really slowly taken, curled directly in front of a GB player, and they're just like so easily taking it away. I think the GB now swimming directly at the tin is such a wasted opportunity for that free puck directly in front of the tin. I wish he had just swam straight at them. They're like physically stronger, the South African girls, than the GB ones. So if they really tried to muscle it in, if they put 3 of them in kind of a battering ram, I think they'd have a pretty solid shot. But instead, sort of had a slow swim and a curl. It's a shame. I would have liked to have seen a big battering ram there. GB picking up the puck in front of the South African tin. Number 5, Sophie Barnett there. Doesn't look like her. I reckon that was probably 8 or something instead. Oh, and an easy swim through there to the goal. Not sure what happened. Just a gap in the armour, I suppose. It's been awarded to, I think it was number 4. Was it B. Brooks again? Oh, number 3, Isla Crocker. Lovely. Isla's such a sweet girl. Yeah, look, she saw that gap and she absolutely went for it. So, nicely done. So 2.5 minutes to go in this game. 7-0. Again, it was 5-0 at half time, only 2-0 in the second half. So they really did pick it up, the South Africans. Tightened up the defence, but reaching kind of a bit tired now. A bit of a... So we have a call here against one of the South African players is being sent out for unsportsmanlike for 5 minutes. I'm not entirely sure what for. The strike looked like a bit of a collision, but was maybe a bit blurry. Couldn't quite see what it was. I have to go back and watch that one on replay later. But a free puck. I said free puck, nothing else. For GB in the centre of the pool. And now we have a referee timeout. There's some funky stuff happening here. I think perhaps GB just went too early. Okay, having another go at it. So GB headed towards the goal. Looks like they're currently being sort of guided gently towards the wall by South Africa, but have turned back in and now heading right at the centre tin. A lot of bodies on top of the goal volume right now, and there's a call, and that looks like another goal for GB. Well done there, number 4, B. Brooks again. That's, I mean, at least a hat trick. It might be 4. Very impressive from B. There, very nice, very nice. Yeah. So it's Chloe Jade Peters. Sat out for South Africa, so they will take the remainder of the game with 5. She's sat out for 5 minutes. Just 50 seconds remaining in this game now. Strike comfortably won by GB again. That was a nice little sort of feint to the side. They look like they are trying to go straight through to squeeze in another one before the end of the game. South Africans putting up solid defence there, lots of numbers in the middle, and there we go, somebody coming in with the right body position to swim it to the side. It can be really tough when when you're facing forward and the team coming at you are facing forward. Tough to sort of pick a side to go because you definitely want to be getting them out of the centre. But that player that came in sort of from behind and to the side had the right direction. You know, she could direct herself straight to the side. We got 5 seconds to go in this game. South Africa taking it to the corner. I think she might be able to hold her breath for that length of time. Sorry, I hope that didn't deafen anyone. It's the glory lung. That is the final buzzer. So under 19 women, GB with an 8-0 win against South Africa. Really, really exciting for the girls there. It will feel really good to finish on that one. I can see the grins from here. They look very pleased. Tough one for South Africa. I do think they put up a really good fight. I think they had a lot of strengths. They're good at swimming into space and supporting each other. Just think that free puck needs serious work and just a slightly tighter defence as well. Just not give away those opportunities. But yeah, overall good game. A pleasure to watch. I'm really enjoying watching the women's games here, obviously. But all of the games so far I think have been really, really great games in general. I said this earlier, but I'll repeat again, Harriet's highlights. The second goal scored by South Africa in the second game of the day was just an absolute stunner. So if you're looking for 30 seconds of hockey to watch now while we wait for the next game, go check that out. Not sure who's playing the next game here. Let's check. What we're in. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. It is Colombia versus Australia. So I think I'm probably going to stay here, but I can see an Aussie man as well. Would you like probably hopping in? And I will just stick around through this game when we will have the final GB match of the day. It's the final match of the day at 7:30. That will be under 24 men against the Netherlands. But for now, Australia versus Colombia, under 19 women. And I'm joined.
Sorry, I just sat down. My name's Nat Marshall. I'm from the Sydney Club in New South Wales in Australia. So I thought I'd come and call the Australian Junior Women's game against Colombia.
Do you know what? I might actually take the opportunity to get a snack.
Oh, good call.
I will be back.
So the British just thanking their large contingent of supporters. Lots and lots of parents here from Britain. Any Scots in the team? Or all English? The British team, is it all English, or they got any Scots?